It's been a long time coming, it feels like, but the Panthers decided on their quarterback, and they decided to choose quarterback Bryce Young out of the University of Alabama. The pick is in, the hair's in the barn. He is headed to Charlotte. We will get to finally see that guy, yes, the small guy that you guys love to hate, be the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. However, in the press conference afterwards, where they explained why they decided on Bryce Young, the owner, David Tepper, who has been pretty quiet for the most part, really, I don't know if he was sipping on something, was celebrating. However, David Tepper really spoke about and kind of put his foot in his mouth about describing some of the motivations for Bryce Young. And it really has me troubled. And we're going to have to talk about it in this video. So in this video, we're going to talk about what exactly David Tepper said. I'm going to play the clip so you can hear, but I want to give my feedback on it and see how you guys feel. And we're starting right now. What up, though? What's going on? It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk, bringing you a recap and analysis of the Carolina Panthers and the NFL. So make sure you are subscribed and hit the bell icon. That way you don't miss any of the coverage, because I have film breakdowns going down on all our draft picks as they come in after the weekend is over. Of course, it's to show what I think they can bring to this team. I got that college film, guys, that's so coveted. So make sure you are subscribed and hit the bell icon. But also, I got to get your thoughts about how you're feeling about Bryce Young on a scale of 1 to 10. How excited are you about Bryce being the quarterback of the future for us? Are you nervous? Are you happy? Are you sad? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, let me get that number down below in the comments. So we know Bryce Young has won a Heisman Trophy, and he had some very good weapons. Obviously, he had Jahmyr Gibbs, who got drafted in the first round, but he also had Jamison Williams and John Mechie in that 2021 season on his historic Heisman Trophy winning year. But his senior year, it was kind of had a step back season, but a lot of it had to do with the amount of weapons that he lost. He did not have the same amount of talent or offensive line that he had, because he actually had an offensive lineman go in the first round as well in 2021. So losing all that, coming back for his junior year, Bryce Young didn't have the most spectacular year as he had compared to his Heisman year, but he still showed that he could put the team on his back. However, showing that made me feel better, but according to what David Tepper said, it might have sent the wrong message to him. Let's play the clip.
And there's no sure thing here, but it's a probability sort. And we thought this guy has the best probability of winning us Super Bowls. The way he throws the ball, the way he's a point guard, how you can use the different players in the field, how you might not have to have as many elite receivers because he's a point guard, right? How you might not have to have as many elite receivers because he's a point guard, right? So he distributes the ball to people with routes. So you can save some money there. We believe we can save money other places because of him and put that money into the defensive side of the ball.
Oh my God, I can't believe David Tepper really just said that. I mean, I'm glad I know it, but I really preferred him not to say that, and that not to be the frame of reference or frame of thought of where the guys are. But you mean to tell me that you feel like since Bryce did not play with as many good receivers last year, that you can save money because you think you can elevate? And I understand, but I've been championing to get weapons for our quarterback for the longest. Joe Burrow can elevate receivers, but we see that they did not spare any expense. In Joe Burrow's rookie season, the second round when they drafted him, they got T. Higgins. The next year, they got Jamar Chase. Embarrassment of riches at wide receivers now, and we see the difference when Jamar Chase is playing and when he's not playing for Joe Burrow. I wanted to put those type of receivers around him. Yes, Chark is good, but he hasn't played double-digit games in forever. I like Thielen, but he gets injured too at times, and he's not the burner that he used to be. He doesn't always separate like he used to either. Great hands, great route runner, but he's not the same as he used to be. Terrace Marshall Jr., I love the upside. I'm a big fan of him. I think he can make that step up, but it's no guarantee that he will do that. So depending on these type of guys, it just seems to be like the wrong train of thought. Do you think that you can just skimp and shop at the dollar store because you have Bryce Young? We haven't even seen him play yet. So how do you know he can elevate those type of guys? Huh? I mean, I know you want to project based off what you saw in college, and the tape is the tape, but dog, this is the NFL. Get him weapons. You want to give him a chance to be able to protect himself as the quarterback. The reason why he was able to play better with worse wide receivers his junior year, before he came out is because he ran around and bought time all the time, made that magic after the first play broke down. You don't want him doing that in the NFL. You want him to sit in the pocket and deliver as fast as possible to the weapons and let them do the work. You keep saying be a point guard. Let him do that with good players around him. What does a good point guard do? Chris Paul, he throws lobs and let DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin dunk it when they were Lob City. You get talented guys on the outside that can handle the rest after you pass it to them. Not guys that, are 50-50, have some upside. Yeah, if this, that, or the third goes right, we'll be okay. No, you want bona fide dogs on the outside that you know when the going gets tough on third down, when you need somebody to win, they can win guaranteed. But from what David Tepper saying, their strategy is to use this rookie contract to skimp money at wide receiver on weapons and put it on defense. And I'm fine with boosting up the defense, but we need weapons. We've been through this already. David Tepper wasn't the owner, but we've seen what they did when Cam Newton first came in. He had some good weapons. Stewart, Williams, Olsen, Smith. We saw who they had. But after Steve Smith left and after D'Angelo Williams left, Dave Gettleman, the new GM, he really went skimp on that. They got some big mammoth wide receivers because they thought Cam threw high all the time. But a lot of that they put on Cam's plate to be Superman. And we saw that ended up being the detriment. Cam could do that, but we probably could have got a lot more out of Cam's career had we made a concerted effort to put weapons around him. Letting your quarterback do all the heavy lifting seems to be an old way of thinking, in my opinion. Nowadays, you get the quarterback, but you also get weapons. Yeah, Pat Mahomes doesn't always need the best weapons, but he has one of the best tight ends of all time and one of the better play callers of all time. Hayden Hurst, he's not Travis Kelce. Even though I projected him to be that coming out, he's not Travis Kelce. Frank Reich, same coaching tree, he's not Andy Reid. Let's just be clear. Thomas Brown, not Andy Reid. Bryce Young, not Patrick Mahomes. So, dude, I wanted to see us commit to putting weapons. Now, we didn't trade up. We didn't do this, that, and the third. We'll see what happens with the rest of the draft and how they decide to address it. But this mentality of what they have right now already gives me bad juju. I do not like what I hear from David Tepper. Like I said, I appreciate getting that information to get that transparency, even if it was on accident. But I don't like the way it sounds because we've seen this movie before. By the time we tried to get Cam Newton help, he was pretty much over with. By the time we got Christian and DJ, Cam was on his way out after that 2018 season where he started off MVP caliber again. It was too late because his arm couldn't hold up. He was too old. He had put too much weight on his back over the years for it to matter. And I don't want it to be too late for the Panthers. David Tepper's barking about Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Give them elite weapons so they can win that Super Bowl. You guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about David Tepper's comments. Does it make you feel a little bit nervous that they're going to skimp about it? Do you think David Tepper is just talking the talk because he likes to hear himself talk and they're going to actually get him some weapons? Let me know how you feel down below in the comments. But without further ado, I'm Aaron Duncan signing off. I'll see you next time. Peace.